Vaticinium Ex Eventu and the Book of Revelation. What if the most famous prophecy in the Bible wasn't actually a prophecy at all? There's a Latin term scholars use called Vaticinium Ex Eventu, which translates literally to prophecy from the event. It refers to a writing technique used throughout the ancient world, where an author describes historical events that have already happened, but frames them as if they were predicted in advance. This wasn't considered deceptive in the ancient world. It was a recognized literary form, used to give weight and authority to a text, and to make sense of catastrophic events by placing them inside a larger divine framework. The Book of Daniel is one of the clearest biblical examples. Its detailed predictions about Greek rulers and persecution were written after those events occurred, around 164 BCE, not centuries earlier as the text implies. But the most dramatic example may be the Book of Revelation. Many scholars argue that Revelation was written after 70 AD, the year Roman forces destroyed the Second Temple in Jerusalem. This was one of the most catastrophic events in Jewish history. The temple, the center of Jewish religious life, was completely demolished. For early Jewish Christians, this was apocalyptic, literally world-ending. Revelation's terrifying imagery, the beast, the whore of Babylon, the Great Tribulation, reads very differently once you understand it may be describing that catastrophe, not a future one. And then there's the famous number, 666, when the name Nero Caesar is written in Aramaic and calculated using Hebrew gematria, where letters carry numerical values. It adds up to 666. Nero was the emperor who launched the first systematic persecution of Christians and set in motion the Roman-Jewish war that ended with the temple's destruction. So when you read Revelation through this lens, as a document written in the aftermath of the temple's destruction, using coded language to speak about Nero and Rome without naming them directly, the entire book shifts. It stops being a prediction about the distant future and becomes something else entirely. A survivor's cry, a resistance document, a theological attempt to find meaning in an already lived catastrophe. That's the power of Vaticinium Ex Eventu. The prophecy was never about tomorrow. It was always about yesterday.